Jaheim Radio in the back on Pandora. Please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. Let me just tell you a little bit about what this is going to be about. We're going to pick a topic. We're going to discuss the journey of the topic and the lesson. And at the end, we're going to understand the lesson and pull from the crystal deck, which focuses on chakras. And we're going to focus on the type of chakra that we need to pay attention to, and then we're going to release the negative energy. So if you have any blocked chakras, we're going to talk about that as well. So there you have it. Please do me a favor again, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. Now, the sun energy is here and wine is here. So you're understanding, and this came out in my read. I can't think of it. I think it was the white flag. Who waved the white flag. I'm not sure which one it is, but basically it's you building a legacy, and that takes growth for you to have that. So this is at the bottom of the deck, and it just says wine developing over time, flavor, family legacy, the good stuff, finesse, alchemy, transform, ripening, age as well. So I decided is on by R. Kelly. Anyway, with the sun, yes, energy, power, climax, fulfilled, pride, radiant, success, vigor, divine masculine, daytime, victory, happy and warm. So that's growth all day. Now, the tower energy is here. So there had to be some type of tower moments in order for you to understand why you had to develop over time and why you transform and you age well. And there's a ripening. There was the moon energy here, which is our energy, well, Pisces energy, but the unknown of the high priestess type energy, water energy. So just letting you know that the space between, listen, it says moon revealing the subconscious mind, the space between inner and outer worlds, inner knowing, dreams, past life knowledge, secrets, intuitions, silence, guarded, and then this is the high priestess energy, which is high priestess energy is Pisces energy, water energy, moon energy. So we have used our knowledge to manifest change, which is the magician, but using something that can only be understood through experience is the Pisces energy. We have tower. At some point you had to stand alone. There was guidance that had to happen from you actually guiding yourself and growing and understanding who you are. Institutions, experience, hierarchy, legal systems, intrude, ego, tall, and corporations. You had to understand the difference between egos and your feelings, your emotions, and basically make decisions that will complete you and not deplete you, because the people, places, and situations around you may have depleted you and not completed you. So that is when you pull back and you have to realize the difference between the two and why sometimes it takes for you to stand alone. The beaver is here. Things work against you. So these things working against you are actually helping you realize who you really are. So be thankful for those. Be grateful. Have gratitude for these situations that cause you growth. Remember, no man is your enemy. No man is your friend. Every man is your teacher. Oh, also I forgot, please, red hearts if you made it through, purple hearts if it resonates, green hearts if you're working on it, yellow hearts if you just rock with me, got my 6, got my back, because I have yours. So it says things work against you, but persistence pays off. It says, or new things on the horizons, determined repetition, making dreams real. So that is what you had to do when it came to you, being the boss. Look at that. So these energies come out. And this is where I think the song and this and us and this reading resonates. I decided this person decided that after they were cheating and doing whatever, they decided to stay home, to come home and to treasure you. You decided to get up on your throne and to move forward. Confidence with chariot energy, movement, confidence. You decided to take your power back, and that is where you become the CEO, the boss, the judge, the coach, the mama bear, the protector, the finances, benefits, bully, strong, large, hairy, affluent, and muscular. Or, to get your energy back. Because here's the thing. When we are happy and in harmonious energy and creative, and we see when it comes to a person, and we try to give them their strength or try to make them feel masculine or make them feel like they have the power and the authority to make decisions for us, when it's taken for granted, then we have to turn around and take our energy back. And then sometimes it's just like the reconciliation has to happen, or can happen, when you realize your true power and that you're not going to let anybody stop you. And that's what you had to decide. You decided this. You decided this because it was forced on you. It was forced on you. You have always been the person who has been able to lead. But when you get in love and when you get in these relationships and situationships, you kind of let your energy be dormant because you know that you have the power to be masculine, whether feminine or male or female. You have the power to overtake things and to do it with love. But when sometimes it's not understood or is taken for granted, then you have to decide to come back and be the bigger person and still be that bear, that boss, that CEO, that judge, that coach, that mama bear. Be that everything. You get what I'm saying? You had to be that everything. And even when things were working against you, you sometimes had to stand alone. You understand what I'm saying? And so you had to stand alone. And legal system is here. Change your belief system and change how you do things. And it's hard. Where I want to be. I decided where I want to be. Come on now. Donnell Jones, Journey of a Gemini. No, this is not. This is where I want to be. That's the album. But my thing is, and I got to write that down because I will forget, but you had to decide. You had to decide what was best for you. I decided and where I want to be. And so these are people confessing their love about how they feel after the fact that you decided that you had to take your power back. Man, I can't make this up. And so this is the journey that we all have to go through. We have to go through that journey of being alone or standing alone, or we can find somebody that won't put us through this. And sometimes that's not possible. So this is the thing. You have to decide where you come in the situation at. You have to stand alone. You have to set your power, and you can't give your all to somebody who doesn't really see your worth. And that is why we're here as the phoenixes. We rise from the ashes. We are care bears. Yes, you guys are my care bears. I'm a care bear. We care. We do anything and everything to try to help somebody grow and build and see the potential in them when they're doubting each other. Go back to the care bears. It'll tell you that all the time. But we are care bears. At the end of the day, we are care bears. We are the ones who want to do everything, and we don't want you to feel like we're overpowering you. So we kind of sit back a little bit and let things happen. But then when it starts to become disrespectful, then we got to turn around and look at things in a different perspective and say, you know what? I decided where I want to be. Come on, you guys. I can't make this shit up. And so the bouquet, this can't be a reconciliation. When you set these boundaries, after you let them walk all over them, right? You set these boundaries. You draw a line in the sand and you say, look, I decided this. This is where I want to be, but I decided that this is what I have to do. And you have to either come with me and work as a team, or we cannot do this anymore moving forward. No matter how many years it's been, you have to set it in stone and set your ground. And that is where it says the space between inner worlds and outer worlds meet, right? It says inner knowing and dreams, past life knowledge, secrets, intuition, silence, and guarded. You have to guard yourself, and that's what you start to do. You start to walk alone and feel like, oh my God, I have to guard myself between everybody else. No, you got to find the people who complete you and not deplete you. And sometimes there's no reconciliation. Sometimes you just have to, and it might be maybe 10 years down the line. Maybe not, because you still have that little spark when it comes to why you decided to love this person. It's not always about feeling guilty or feeling mad about a situation, because when you learn to heal, that is what pushes you forward. Air energy is underneath here. Intellectual, idealistic, communicative, curious, inventive, bright ideas, diplomatic, cold, alert, gathering information, mental acuity, clever, likely, it's developing. So you could be dealing with the air sign, but the air sign comes behind the water. Air and water, right? Air and water makes mist, right? And so that airy energy, that foggy energy, is why you had to push through the fog. When you're driving down the street and it's foggy, have you ever drove through thick fog where you have to decide whether you're going to go or you're going to stop? That is where you are in this situation, the air and the water energy. So you could be dealing with the air sign because, again, like I say, you have to understand what it takes in order for you to not know what's going to happen from here. Card number 3432 could be 34, could be 32. It could be 19, 8. These numbers could mean something. 9, 15, 8, 19, 4, 31, and 5. So the thing is, the sooner you decide this, the sooner the endings will happen. The sooner the childish behavior will stop, and then the deception and all these things will stop. And then we have the Aries energy. Then it will be independent, aggressive, active, energetic, lead, impatient, combative, naive, assertive, pioneer, initiator, and it's the Emperor energy. You decide that I need stability no matter who I'm with, no matter where I'm at. You know, our parents always told us to make sure, Earth energy is underneath here, make sure that you have your own before you relinquish your power to anybody else. And if you didn't learn that, then there's the reason why. This is the reason why, because you have to decide what's best. You know, love is there, and it will be there. You'll always love a person for who they are, but at some point you have to decide, when is it worth you ending this energy? Does that make sense? And taking your power back. And that's where the Emperor and the air energy can be so cold, because they do what's excuse me, they do what's best for them. Somebody's throat chakra is blocked. Somebody does not want to have to decide these energies. And that is what it takes when they say put your big girl panties on, or put your big underwear on, or whatever. This is what that means, because sometimes you have to make decisions that, you know, it's forced on you, you know, because people are walking over you, you know, just in case. You know, Jahim is on. So again, these cards came out. So we have the moon, the high priestess energy. We have Saturn. It says the regulator, sorry, I said regulatory. Accomplishments, duty, responsible, completion of cycles, exactly. Governing time, matter, structure, achievement, commitments, boundaries, integration, and restriction, and it's the world energy. Having a realization, you know, the world energy is completion. So this is what you decided, that if this does not have a situation to where it's regulated or there's boundaries, then there's a completion of the cycle when it comes to this situation. It's run its course. Stars. So here's the thing. Wishes do come true. Peace is going to be there. Miracles, dreams, falling in love, hope, inspired, providence. It says blessed and nighttime. So the wishes do come true, but at some point they only come true when you set aside and work on a goal and understand why you're doing this. And that is why you're doing this. You are moving forward because there was no boundaries in the situation, right? And so the stalemate, yes, standoff again. Stalemate in a tower. Standoff, no way out, non-committal, because a person could be non-committal, or they feel like they're God's gift to green earth. That's just it. And it says hold out. So you have to hold out and say, these are my boundaries right here. These are my boundaries. Delay tactics, blocked, refusing to compromise, opponent, and competition. So here's the thing. Cancers, we always play, in the beginning, we play checkers. I mean, we play checkers, yeah. In the beginning, we play games just to see and understand, and those checker games keep going on back and forth, back and forth. But it's not until we start to play chess the communication starts to happen. And when we play chess, we're very strategic. We're very understanding on the power that we have, especially when it comes to childish, insecure, snakish type energy. So we play checkers in the beginning, but then when we have to cut it off and play chess, that's why I say in every situationship that comes into your life, remember, no man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. That person that is giving you all these hard times are teaching you a lesson, and that's the strong energy that you have to play chess with people and not checkers anymore. No games being played. But that doesn't mean you have to be hard and standoffish, which we become when we start to go into hermit mode because we forget how to come out of it. But again, when we notice those signs, then the letters and all the communication starts to happen. Writing, communication, fax, email, mail, notes, records, news, memos, making contact, info, written documents, because people realize that we're not as bad as it seems, right? It's not everything that we wanted is not as bad as it seems. I'm going to put this right here so you can realize that that's when the communication starts to happen. When you start to play chess, you playing chess now. The game is about chess. It's about making decisions that help you, that complete you and not deplete you, that causes a strong foundation, that because anything, you're going to make it without this person. You just have to get out of that energy where you're relying on this person to come and tell you how they really feel about you. No, you got to know how you feel about yourself. And that's the reason why they're not going to do it until you come to a situation to where you're knowing how you feel about yourself. You have to know how you feel about yourself for somebody to treat you a certain way. You have to know it. You have to know that you're a Care Bear and it's okay. You got to know that it's okay to play chess. And that's what they've done this whole time. And in the process, it's because they had to learn it the hard way. They had to learn how to, something about their childhood, something about how they what brought them to a point of either, financial failure, lack, pain, abuse, something like that taught them early on. What we know, we deal with things differently. So that the stuff that we went through as a child taught us how to overly love, and to overly protect, and overly try to help. And that's the difference between us and them. And so it's okay who you are. You just have to understand that this is where you start to play chess and not checkers. Moving forward, you learned this lesson, and it's okay. So now, I guess I'm gonna pull from. Let's pull from the twin flame soulmate, or maybe not, and then I'll pull from. Yeah, I spent 15 minutes talking about this, but I feel like this is something that everybody needs to hear. We're gonna play moving forward. We're gonna play chess. We're gonna play chess, not checkers. We're not playing the games that we played when we were younger. We're only getting older. So this is if this is a twin flame soulmate connection, or maybe not, or maybe it's something that you think it is and it's not. So it says possibilities. Listen, there's potentials in this relationship. However, know that this could translate to being a project, and it's up to you to decide if it's worth it. Again, this is when the communication happens, where you have to decide, is this worth it? Do I need to go backwards? Do I have to play chess with this person this whole time? Because again, Cancers, we don't like to have our guard up with anybody that we love. And if we have to do it, then that is not true love to us. And so this is where you decide in this whole situation of whatever you've learned. Remember, be grateful for this experience. No man is your friend. No man is your enemy. Every man is your teacher. So this is when you decide, is this worth me going back to? Or am I going to always have to play chess in this game with this situation? And I don't know if I can do this for this time moving forward. I don't understand. So at the bottom of the deck, it says pulling you up. It says you will encourage each other in every little aspect of life, pulling one another out of self-doubt and dark times, a shelter from the torments of life. And so you have to understand how this person pulled you up and how you pulled them up, because you made this person grow up to realize what love is. Because, runner, your love interest does not want to be involved for whatever reason. Don't mistaken their running for a twin flame connection and try to force it. That is where, you become the runner, because again, let's listen. No respect. There are times when you feel disrespect, and that doesn't have to and that doesn't have to be a deal breaker. But if it's repeating patterns, perhaps it's time to walk away. You understand what I'm saying, right? And that is where the situation is. So it says the earth element. It says practical, grounding, solid, dutiful, measured, conservative, realistic, methodological. There it is. Methodological, duty bound, dependable, tangible, builders and makers. And it says unlikely. Things are stuck. Now, I can't make this up. Things are stuck. Because, again, what are you guys here to teach each other? So, is this going to always be this way? Or is it a shelter from the torments of life? Because, again, energy is fluid. However, what energy you take on from a person, you can transmute it into a happy situation, or you can stay in that situation. And 9 times out of 10, we stay dwelling on the past. That's why you have to understand, is this something that's encouraging you, or is this something that's discouraging you? Does that make sense? And so, again, it says, don't try to force this. Move forward. And it's it says unlikely things are stuck. So again, this is stuck, but the possibilities are could, couldn't. You have to decide, not me. It says easy breezy. No relationship is easy, but shouldn't be a war either. Exactly. You will work together and make room for improvements in your connection. So is that what you're doing? You have to ask yourself that. So, Forevermore Zone. The Chocolate Factory. let me just explain to you. You have to, I listen to what I listen to respectfully because there's a lot of past energies and songs that make me, puts me in a point of understanding where I was at that time, and when I was in love, happy, going through carefree, harmonious moments. I don't know the background of what the writer or what the person singing it was going through. I just know that the message that I got out of it was everything to me. So I listen to my music because they don't make music like this. Like they did when I was growing up. So Come Over is owned by Trey Songz. So that is why I listen to the music that resonates with me. Resonates with me. It makes me happy. Now, you got to look at all the songs that a person wrote before you say not to listen to the person who's singing the song, respectfully, because there's a lot of music out there that person wrote that we still listen to, but because the artist sung it, we're not paying attention to. Another artist sung it, we're not paying attention. Research it before we judge. That's all I'm saying. Because if that's the case, we got to stop listening to a lot of music, respectfully. Anyway, moving forward, it's just like you have to understand where you are. Again, no man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. People are going through turmoil. People have shit that they got going on, and you have to realize how to take your power back out of every situation. You got to realize how to take your power back and how not to let a situation keep you stagnant. That's what we're learning. And that even though it might not be easy breezy, but if there's no respect and this person is tormenting you and making you feel like there's some kind of self-doubt and, you guys are pulling each other up, or if this is just something that you're doing just because, you got to understand when it's time to move forward. I was going to pull tarot, but because we're talking about, the stability part of it, I'm going to pull from the money deck, and I'm not sure what it's, the finance deck. I don't know what it is, but it talks about if you decide to move forward, what keeps you stagnant and what keeps you successful. So these are the cards that I'm going to pull and see what comes out. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it isn't for you, it's not for you. And again, yellow hearts if you just rock with me and got my back, got my six, whether it resonates or not. So here's the thing when it comes to this, your life purpose. You're figuring out your life purpose. It says, if this is the positives, you have found your life purpose, creating the life you want. So again, this is what the turmoil helps you to build yourself and to play chess, not checkers, and find your life purpose, right? Your manifesting recognizes that you have everything you need. And that is a part of where this journey has taken you, to realize that you have everything you need. Growth again, sun energy, right? It says, but if you don't go after this, it says access to your soul is blocked by confusion, trust what's buried within. So those things that you run from, keep playing checkers and not chess. Those things that you run from because you're afraid to move forward are what's blocking you if you cannot find your life purpose. Growth is here. The negatives of this, it says you're delaying your growth. The process of healing is worth doing. That's why it's telling you grow, 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 grow. Stop playing checkers with people, play chess, right? It says expect good money flow and a raise or a new job offer. This is one of the positives of you understanding what growth is. And then to magnify it and look at it, it's important to unlearn to grow as rules continue to morph and change. So, we have to unlearn to relearn. That's a part of growing up, and that's a part of the growth. We have to unlearn the things. Listen to the 4 agreements. If you listen to the 4 agreements, Crafter is here. So this is you starting something with your hands and from the beginning, right? And so we have to unlearn to relearn when it comes to this thing called life. We have to unlearn the things that our parents taught us and relearn the things that we want to know moving forward. That's our beliefs. That's whether how we grew up, our belief systems, things like that. So take off. It says things will take off much sooner than you expected. That's the positives of taking off. It says if you keep your energy positive, but the magnifying, looking into it, it says now is a good time to take action. There is no stopping you now. Again, if you don't do it, right, the sadder part about it, you're rushing into things without a clear plan of where you are heading. So again, that's playing checkers. That's playing checkers. That's making permanent decisions on temporary emotions, because you're playing checkers. You're still playing games. But if you know the strategic way of doing things, then you'll understand how to do it moving forward with anybody, any situation. You just got to stand your ground. The spell work, it says, listen, I don't believe in this stuff. So again, your words are spells. Always remember that. Your words are spells. So what you put out, it comes back to you. That's considered like karma type energy. If everybody wants to talk about what karma is what you put out. It comes back to you, whether good or bad. Karma and dharma. Learn the difference, because I don't want to talk about spell work, because every day you open your mouth, it's some type of spell that you're casting. Whether it be manifesting, whether it be hate, whether it be anger, bitterness, you're casting that. That's why I tell people respectfully, don't pray for me, because whatever is in your body is coming out in that prayer. I don't want it. Send it somewhere else. I don't want it. I love you guys. Thank you. Send strength and healing my way. That's all I ask for. Those two things, strength and healing, strength and healing. That's it. Strength and healing. Don't add, don't say nothing different. Don't say because. No. Strength and healing. That's when they say the no is a full sentence. Learn that. If you learn that no is a full sentence, that's you playing chess, not checkers. Just say strength and healing. That's it. Send strength and healing to the person that taught you to be strong, whether it hurt or not. Strength and healing. That's it. Move forward. Don't ask for it back if you don't want it. Does that make sense? So using magic spells or your manifesting power is strong. So again, magic spells can be manifestation or it can be negative spell work. Choose. You choose. You choose. Right? And then so cast a spell to remove any kind of blockages and negative energies. No. Send strength and healing to anybody in any situation and to yourself. Casting spells is saying good morning. Why is it a good morning if we're mourning? Those are spells. Good morning. It's not a good morning. No, you cannot have a good and mourn something. You're mourning the yesterday? No. Yesterday is history, right? Tomorrow's a mystery, right? The only thing that's real is the present moment. I salute the divinity in you. Always say that. I salute the divinity in you. Whether you like it or not, everybody you see, I salute the divinity in you. You know? It's a difference. Send strength and healing. That's it. That's how you learn what the difference of spell work and manifestation is. Because you could say, oh my goodness, I manifest this, I manifest that, but I'm going through this. That but is not the part of the manifestation. That's the karma that you're sending out to yourself, and it's coming back to you because you're doubting your manifestation. Does that make sense? So anyway, be wary of casting the wrong spell or someone giving you the evil eye. Nobody can give you what you don't accept. Energy is fluid. However, you can take the energy that somebody gives to you and manifest it into something else if you know the power of your energy, right? So that is how I see that. But the luck is here. Anything you do now will be very prosperous if you believe in what it is that you're doing. If you believe in it, start somewhere, right? If you believe that you're lucky, you'll create a abundant mindset. Exactly. Nobody can give you the negative energy if you don't accept it. Send strength and healing to people. Boom. Stop. Period. I send strength and healing to you. Boom. Period. That's the end of it. Nobody can give you what you don't accept. Always remember, look up energy and understand how it's transmuted, how you can transmute it into something positive. The negative energy of this person and how they done. You're transmuting it and you're building it instead of dwelling on it. When you were dwelling on it, you couldn't build. You couldn't understand. You couldn't see. Does that make sense? You couldn't see. So the negatives of it. Your perspective is stifling your growth and stomping on your luck. Exactly. So if you're dwelling on this, your perspective of dwelling on why this person is this way is stopping you. But when you start to play chess and not checkers and stop being in a childish situation, that's why child is here. That's why insecurities are here. The snake, the deception is here. When you start ending things that no longer serve you, then that's the reason why you'll be able to understand that this situation is easy breezy. I learned something and I'm moving forward. I think I'm going to go ahead and let this energy go because I felt like you got what you needed to know in regards to this. Let's pull from the chakras and let's move forward. We're at 30 minutes now, but I feel like you got what you needed to get out of the situation. Again, no man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. But understand that your mindset is everything. Your mindset, the way you take it, send strength and healing, move forward. Okay, 2 cards came out. The red gold stone and the celestite. The celestite. Think About It is on by Donnell Jones, Where I Want to Be album. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying. Angelic communication, divine expression, and clarity. Angelic communication, divine expression, and clarity. This deals with your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra. Your throat chakra is your ability to communicate and express yourself and to trust in what you're saying. Trust in what you're doing. Right? Your third eye chakra is your intuition. Again, high priestess energy, something that can only be understood through experience, right? Your high priestess energy. Now that you know, what are you going to do with it, right? Your understanding no man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. You have the power to manifest anything, and you have the power to cast any negative spell, but you want karma, not dharma. You want dharma and not karma. You want the good energy, not the bad energy to come back to you. So watch how when you open your mouth, what you say, because it'll always come back to you. Send strength and healing, period. Boom. No, period. Learn the power of your word. Anyway, so the crown chakra, your crown chakra is your spirituality, your belief system. When you learn your belief system and you learn to play chess, not checkers, you'll understand why you have the ability to grow and discover your life purpose, to be lucky and to take off when you learn how to stop looking at things in a certain situation and stop blocking the energy. Cast a spell to remove any kind of blockages. No, learn to transmute that energy with the power of your words, right? And so then that's the crown chakra, your spirituality, your selflessness, and your wisdom. Your wisdom, high priestess energy, right? And it says, internal light fills my being. As long as you know that, internal light fills my being, nobody can cast anything against you. But you can sure send out that energy, but coming back, you'll know how to transmute it. But learn how to send out positive energy, send strength and healing, period. No, period. You get what I'm saying? And that is how you learn the power of your word. Red goldstone, distance healing, yes, living in the 5D, send strength and healing, period, in the 5D, to that person who taught you this wonderful, hurtful, beautiful lesson. No man is your friend, no man is your enemy, every man is your teacher. Protection, yes, you are protected by understanding your eternal light fills your being. Eternal light fills your being because nobody can send you what you don't accept. Boom, push it back that way, you know? Deflection. You're deflecting that negative energy. I can't make this up. Root, sacral, and solar plex chakra. Your root chakra is your ability to survive, to be stable, and to ground yourself when it comes to your eternal light fills your being, right? And then so the sacral chakra is your emotions, your intimacy, and the confidence that you give out when it comes to learning these lessons and moving forward. Your solar plex chakra is your optimism, having clarity on your words, having clarity on sending out strength and healing and why you're doing it, and not saying I pray for you. Understanding that praying and your praying energy, whatever I got going on, I'm sending it to you when I pray for you. No, don't know, because I can't stop thinking about what I have going on. But if I say I send strength and healing to you, boom, I'm not giving no more definitions of why. No matter what it is. Does that make sense? And so then your personal power. You're gaining your personal power back because no man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. As long as you know that, then you're moving forward, right? It says, I sparkle like the universe and absorb only positive energies. I cannot make this shit up. Listen, I sparkle like the universe. Screenshot that. I sparkle like the universe and absorb only positive energies. Remember these two things. Eternal light fills my being. Eternal light fills my being. Remember that. I'm going to go ahead and let the negative energy go. Looking for Love is owned by Jaheim. I'm going to go ahead and let the negative energy go and understand no man is your friend, no man is your enemy. Every man is your teacher. Listen, living in the past causes fear. Living in the present causes anxiety. Live in the now. Right? That's just how you gotta understand. You only live once. Be bold, be fearless. Do what you love in the present moment, right? So again, the celestite and the red goldstone. Once you learn that, then you'll move forward. Now let's let this energy go. Oh, do me a favor if you're in the chat. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. Anyway, I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. Remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or situation. I love you guys.